And a very warm welcome to the Corona Cero post show. Best day of the competition so far. The biggest performances have been unbelievable. We've had perfection, we've had drama, all of the key talking points to make a great day. We're breaking all of those down here in the Corona Cero post show. We've even got a new guest. We fired Greg Emsley. We brought in Kai. Cheers, you guys. What a day.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
What are we thinking on how today went, Kai? You enjoyed yourself? What's some of the highlights for you, briefly?
Look, I think everyone needs to realize it wasn't easy out there. It was really powerful, a couple of heavy breaks. So the level of surfing we saw was actually phenomenal. And I mean, I was in the booth for the 10-point ride. We knew instantly the score was coming. One judge going 9.8. I scratched my head a bit at that. But other than that, amazing performances and some incredible surfing. Like, just a good day.
Jess, that last heat, a tough one for you and for the Aussies.
It was. I had both the guys I grew up with in 1 and 2. And then in the last minute, Lucas, I mean, he did it again. He's got buzzer beaters every single heat. And unfortunately, Winter getting bumped out. But we still got George through. So we'll take it.
You know what? Let's go hear from George. He's with Emma Smith.
George, that was a really stressful heat. I know how much this heat meant to you and how much it means to you and how much pressure was on that.
Yeah, I can't even explain how much I really wanted to make that heat. I just feel like I've been pushing shit uphill a little bit lately, like from full off tour, obviously, and then like going into challenges. Just felt like I haven't been able to get a rhythm for a long time, and I feel good over here. I don't know, I feel like my mind's in a better place. I'm like sort of enjoying the area a lot more and just appreciating where I'm at. Like, I don't know, watching Pupo win the last comp and like how long he's been plugging away at that for that victory. It's kind of inspiring, just seeing how like long the journey is and how you just gotta, I don't know, there's so many parts in between those wins that you get, and just sort of appreciating it for what it is. But yeah, man, I thought I was done there and got that opportunity at the end, and so frothing.
The up and down journey, even that feels good for me just seeing this. And obviously going into man-on-man heats, does it feel like the pressure's off slightly?
I mean, yeah, for sure. 4-man heats, they're hectic. Especially in these conditions. Like, I don't know, Lucas at the end there, we didn't even see him and he gets a score in the last 5 seconds. But yeah, I don't know, it just gives us a little bit more opportunity to showcase surfing and have a bit more of a surfing contest. And yeah, obviously, like, 9's starting to get to the stage where you're getting a few more points. So yeah, just keep plugging away and see how we go.
Nice. Well, sigh of relief, last heat of the day, job done, and good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Cool.
Cheers.
Well done.
Yeah, thanks, Emma. Philosophical George Pitava. How do you reflect on his insights there, Jess?
Yeah, I like seeing this more emotional side of George and just seeing the vulnerability of it. It's been a long year. You know, you achieve a dream and then you're knocked off and you're back to where you started. And I know after Margs, it really hit him hard, but seeing him being vulnerable and open about that, I think that's a really great moment for him. And the fact that he's done that, he can move forward with confidence, especially after that heat when he was looking really sharp.
All right, let's go back and look at a couple of heats which really stood out for us. Well, there's one in particular, and we're going to go back to heat number 2. And an unbelievable encounter, really, that was stacked with talent. But it's one moment, really, that will be remembered. And Kai, you were on the call for this one. Did you see this coming?
Well, we know he goes to the air, but the intensity of this aerial really just stood out. And pretty much the moment he landed it, Giggs and I both looked at each other and were just like, wow, that's got to be a 10.
That's exactly what it was. This guy, all spark as well and flair. He enjoyed himself. But ultimately, what a way to just stamp your authority with that perfect 10. Just to say, you know what, Challenger Series, some of the very best in the world. I'm here to get involved. You can see a lot of these look backs as well to the beach. There's a bit of attitude, a little bit of swag going on there, which you need to see.
Absolutely, and I mean, this is the moment. This section, this wave, just how well timed, that full rotation, and it's just not fumbled once. I mean, he's 16 going on 25. That air is so mature for his age, and just the way he landed it so cleanly. We always knew he had that in his repertoire, but to pull it out in a high pressure situation, in competition, needing a score, speaks volumes about his maturity as a competitor.
We'll talk about Darkhorse. I mean, look at that heat. Herdy, Pupo, Pulos. 3 very, very well-known surfers. 3 surfers that all sort of been either at the CT or knocking on the door. And the youngster from Mexico just comes out and blasts it. Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible heat.
Yeah, what a way to announce yourself on the stage. We've been talking about how crucial Ballito can be, particularly if you go all the way for a win as well, but just with a performance like that. And hopefully we'll see plenty more. Obviously, we're going to go into surfer on surfer, which does feel like a sort of a natural place where a lot of people want to get to if they want to end up with CT aspirations at the end of the season. More great heats from the day include heat number 5. And let's have a look and check the highlights of this. And again, you're really looking at surfers that you feel, well, someone's going to get eliminated and it will be something of an upset. And ultimately, it was this guy, Maxime.
Oh, this was a heat to watch. I mean, on paper, there was just years and years of CT experience. There's just class oozing out of every single one of these competitors. But Jacob, he's on a roll. I was talking to him just after his heat win saying, are you feeling the pressure after the spotlight of Newcastle, getting that win, having to defend that top spot? He goes, I thought I didn't like it, but I really enjoy it. And Cow, he wants to get back there so bad. I mean, he's finaled on a championship tour event. And this guy, Kade, probably the dark horse really going into that heat when it comes to power. But he just surfed up. And I mean, he got himself a really tidy win. But Jacob, he's just looking really switched on this year. I'm loving what he's bringing.
Well, and Kade, you know, you look at his crew out of St. Clemente. Right now, they're on a bit of a roll, winning CTs left, right, and centre. Crosby's also had a pretty good season. So I said to Giggs, you know, maybe Kade just able to sort of tap into that positivity and that energy right now of winning. I'm sure he's been on the phone with the boys, and he's certainly not shy to throw a little arm movement.
Kade Matson with another statement, strong performance. Upset to see Callum Robson bow out as well alongside Maxime. That's what it's like in the round of 32. Bit of a bloodbath really in terms of big names with CT experience. But it's all about staying alive. Couple more days before we know who's going to be champion here this year. Kai, you're an honest man. I know you wouldn't lie to us. Did you see these waves today coming? As first question. Second part of that, what might we look forward to coming over the next couple of days?
Well, I think we woke up to a bit of a surprise this morning, if I'm honest. I mean, we knew there was going to be a bit of a bump in the swell, but when Jess and I paddled out for the little Dawny this morning, I think both of us got a couple of surprises on the duck dives. So it definitely came early, definitely came a bit bigger and gruntier than we were expecting. And that's really just got me pumped because the forecast was always going to get better as we moved into the weekend. Sunday morning's looking proper, so hopefully we're going to have absolutely cooking waves.
Let's see what Surflines got to say about it. Check out our official forecast for the coming days. So still 3 more days in the window. And this is what we got in terms of our swell. Just pulsing, what are we seeing here?
Just a lot coming our way. I mean, we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday to go, and everyone's just talking about how we're going to have some really great conditions. I mean, we look at Friday, green all day, 4 to 5 foot faces, 3 to 5 in the afternoon. We will take it. And then moving on, it carries on through Saturday, Sunday morning. Everyone's kind of pinned that to be pretty spectacular from what we're seeing. Everyone you speak to from around these parts of the world is saying Sunday morning is going to be a great morning to crown some champions.
I mean, how often do you get the best conditions for finals day in a surf contest? Dreamy scenes here in Ballito. Let's go, fingers crossed. We'll see what we get. There always is a little bit of a surprise as well, which I don't mind. You come down in the morning and you see what's there, which feels like the right thing to do. So that's looking forward to the next couple of days. We're still looking back on today and what went down. We're going to get into our top 5 moments and enjoy some peak performances throughout the day. The South Africans, they've been looking really good. That story continued with Luke Thompson.
Oh, Lukey, getting the call up for J-Bay with this heat win. It was down between him and Aiden, and you just knew how much he wanted it. He was just surfing out of his skin. He's looking like a stronger competitor this year, really comfortable here at home as well, and now the pressure's off. I mean, he was surfing for not only a result on the Challenger Series, but that last wildcard spot. I feel like now we can just see him let loose even more, if that's possible, and just enjoy the rest of this comp because J-Bay, here he comes.
I had a chat with him. He said he's not even thinking about J-Bay. It's all about the Challenger right now. So he's got his game hat on. And then this guy, wow, Shion Crawford just came out the gates firing today. Really impressed with his surfing.
Yeah, this was another one of those heats where everyone was getting good waves, similar to what we saw in that last heat. And Shion right at the end hucked a full rotation. He's just been getting so much loft off his airs. He actually creased a board before that one. But yeah, I mean, what a stylish heat from this guy too. Jorgann had a really stacked heat with a lot of Aussies and got the win. Sad day for me, if you're hungry.
Well, Jorgann's had some great results in Ballito before. He even got the wild card like Luke at this event a few years ago and just came out firing. And then Oscar Berry, a little bit of sunshine for you there, Jess.
Yeah, Oscar's actually one of my best mates, so this was a really cool heat for me to watch. And seeing him get these 7s and 6s, he's just looking so confident. Another one of those dark horses. You know, I put him in that category to ruffle some feathers this year. He's looking sharp already.
Well, it'd have to be Lucas, didn't it? This aerial getting a perfect 10, 16 years old, landing in the flats. How pumped was the young Mexican?
Just watch it time and time again, hey Paul?
Yeah, absolutely delightful. What a really, really fun day. That, the peak moment of it. What a moment in this young man's career at just 16, the 10 on the Challenger Series. I think maybe we even get another cheers for that. Cheers for
Absolutely.
a perfect
Cheers
10.
to a 10.
Let's hope we get more of that kind of stuff. How do we feel about coming back tomorrow morning, checking the surf and making a call? Should we do that?
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think the ladies will be pumped. They've watched today. They've seen some crazy surfing go down in bigger waves. And hopefully we're going to have a fantastic day.
7 a.m. tomorrow morning, local time here in South Africa. For the call, we'll send you out with some highlights. And we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.